Good morning and welcome to Today at the Races at the Laurel Park. Tim Tulloch joined by Keith Fustel. Keith, we had a wild day here yesterday. It was price galore.
We started out with a bang with the fast breaking cash for Ness. Kind of looks like he might be getting back on his game in Maryland with a $15 winner, and then things got a little bit dicey. You had Trash Talking Larry at $16 going to the front, taking some pressure, some upsets in the stakes. So it was a little bit of, I'd say, tough sledding yesterday, especially with those stakes coming off the turf. We talked about it on the morning show. There was no real gauge. I mean, nobody had any proven dirt form. Even Jerry Brooks was a little surprised. We didn't really know. We'll just go to the front and see how far we can go.
Exactly. It turned out to be a great strategy. We're going to look at that race later. Best sugar daddy ever in the third.
Yes,
Jeremy Rose,
right.
$41 winner there, and that first time starting 2-year-old got claimed by Brittany Russell.
Got claimed. Maybe somebody was clocking that. That happens in the morning, right?
She has a stable up there at Delaware.
Yes.
And she pays attention to what's going on. There's no doubt about that. But what a fun day. We're going to talk about yesterday a little bit more later on. Let's talk about what's coming up here at Laurel Park. Of course, we have the family day at Laurel Park. The food trucks will be in here. That's next Saturday. No, 2 weeks from 2 weeks from yesterday, 12 to 6, free admission. Go to laurelpark.com for more more information. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got Timonium coming up. And I know we've been harping on Timonium, but you and I love the fairs so much. We grew up at them. You down here in Maryland, me in New England. So it's where we generate new fans.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it is.
And you've got the situation at Timonium with the setup. The improvements have been done to the facility. We talked about that, the restaurant, everything like that. There's action going on. You just get that little taste. We get you in the door. We're going to keep some of these people around. We've got to help that handle, right? Boost the handle. That's what drives the game. So, looking forward to Timonium, seeing some new people. I'll have some old friends. They always stop out each and every year, and we have a good time.
It's always a good time at Timonium. And then when we leave Timonium, we go back to Pimlico for the fall meet, September 9th through September 25th. And look right there for us, Keith, Friday through Sunday. And it was on that graphic yesterday.
Yes.
We were trying to figure out, is it 3 or 4 days? It is 3 days a week at Pimlico's fall meet. Let's take a look outside. Now, we've had a change here. The track is going to be fast. The turf is firm. All the turf races have been moved to the all-long, so they're going to be running these races at the 0 setting. The only race that is affected by distance is the fourth race, and that moves back from 1 1/8 to about 1 1/16. So all the races will be run on the inner turf or the all-long 0 setting, however we want to put it. So that's the only change as far as the turf goes. We are on it. It is firm. We just moved everything to the all-along. Let's get going. Race 1. 2 lifetime, $25,000 claiming event going 3/4 of a mile. 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races, will start with the 4. This is Bet on Bits for Dale Capuano. First off the claim for Dale this afternoon. Second off, a little bit of a break. But he's got that hole there, which drives me nuts. Doesn't get away from the gate.
Yeah, steady start, sluggish in the stride, broke slow. Interesting move here. This is a horse they spent a little good bit of money on, right? As a yearling, $52,000. Then started the career for $16,000. You're like,
that's a tell.
It is. And then the horse off from November to July, and Dale must have liked something about it. Dale's very good off the claim. They reach in, horse has a trouble trip back to the dirt and raise a little bit. Yet every right to drop this horse. Taking a little shot. The horse ran a big figure in debut, 59, ran fast at 2. Brings some speed to the table. We know how speed has kind of been at this racetrack the last couple days. It's been good. So we'll see if it holds form. Your 2 horse is pretty quick as well. I'm just looking for a little bit of a price here in this shorter field. Holy Synchronicity, I think, will get the stalking trip just off of those 2.
Well, going back to Dale's horse, a Bet on Brits. Look, this horse ran a nice race in debut. Brittany's maiden first time out for the maiden, 16,000. Did it easily, ran a good solid figure. Has not run back to that, but was running in a lot tougher races. So this is a down, whereas a 2 for 25. It might suit, or a raise the spites for Brittany Russell. Going to be short price. This one's dropping to the lowest level of his life. And has been running pretty competitively, little subpar in his last start. But you and I look pretty similar here in the opener to kick off the early pick 5. Race 2 starts the early pick 4. Keith, you put together yet another ticket. Boy, we're trying. It's not for a lack of effort.
Yeah, well, we had some a couple weeks ago. The key is the carry. Then when you hit, you catch a little price, carries you along a little bit, and then you strike with that $1,500 to $2,000 ticket. It's not an easy game, and we're giving you kind of a limited amount. I don't want to go crazy. Some guys want to, give up at 90. I can't do it on these pick 4s. We've got to make it reasonable. Here's your kind of framework. 4, 5, 10 in race 2. The 2 Lady Serenity, who I don't have to take, could be a use, going to be the speed of the speed probably. But I'll go 4, 5, 10 in here to get you started. Race 3 with the 2 and the 5. Green Eye's going to take a lot of play for Jerry Robb in race 3. Could be a single for a lot of people. Race 4 with the 1, 4, and the 7. Amateur riders on display in race 4, so welcome to them. And race 5, 1, 9, 11. Little slice of pie, devious. An illusion of hope. There's your ticket.
$24.
Yeah, it might be 27 if I do the math right. I'll do the math again.
Okay.
All right.
That is close.
Yeah.
It's under 30.
18 times 3 is what?
Come on, dude.
54. Half of that, 27. 27.
Hope my kids aren't watching. Here we go. Race 2, 5.5 furlongs, maiden special weight for maiden 2-year-old fillies on the grass this afternoon. We'll start with the 10. That is another day gone by for Cheryl Brooks. Welcome back to Maryland, Mr. Brooks. Big win yesterday. Charlie Marquez gets the call. This one ran a big race in an off-the-turf event up there at Saratoga, only getting beat 5 lengths. Took a little bit of the worst of it at the break and came with a bit of a run to make up some ground.
We see the synthetic form sometimes transfer over to the turf. That wasn't a bad effort at Saratoga. Number was all right. She got in a little trouble early, bumped around and caught wide, was willing. Not a ton to go on in this second race, and I was digging for some turf info. But this one is a half to a turf winner. There's some other siblings had decent tries on the turf. I've seen the turf course favor a little bit of closing action. I think you're going to get that. There's going to be some speed in here. No doubt the 2 is going to try to set sail. But a little shot here with the 10. I think you could use the 4 based on breeding. And then, you got the McGahee family here, Farish. The mare was all right. You might want to think a little bit longer. 2 for 21 was Queen's Parade, this mare.
She was.
13 of 19 in the money on the turf. Might want a little bit more ground. And then the 5. I'm going to throw with a 5 in there as well. Up for it. It's my buddy Joe Gass. He says, how about up for it today? Yeah, More Than Ready's can run on anything. This mare was good. 3 for 5, Tim. Won a stakes on the synthetic. Showed a lot of speed. Won early. Matt's 4 for 8 in the money with firsters on the turf the last 3 years at Laurel Park. There's kind of your breeding info.
Yeah, I thought the same thing on the 4. Queen's Gardens probably going to want more ground at the end of the day, but we'll come with some run in the end and probably get a little bit of a piece of it. I have the 6, Skylar's Sister on top. First-time starter for Dale. Very good with his first-time starters, and maybe not so much on the turf. But this one's out of a dam whose 5 or 6 wins were on the grass. This work tab's pretty good-looking for me. Getting Yana Vilas, I'm going to take a shot there, but we'll see how it shakes out. But a nice race to kick off the early pick 4, 2-year-olds going on the track.
One of those spread kind of races. You're right. Not a lot to go on like those stakes we saw yesterday, so it makes it interesting for the bettor. How do you attack? I mean, all buttons not a bad way to go if you can kind of hammer and get this single possibly to get home in race 3. They'll turn the page with Green Eyes for Jerry Robb.
There you go.
Yeah.
Race 3, 3/4 of miles. Fillies and mares, 3-year-old and up, which have never won 3 races. It will start with the 5. We pretty much agree here. 5-2 all day long. Green Eyes on top, dropping 3rd after a break, and gets back to the main track this afternoon.
Yeah, she came back running off of that break from September to about mid-June, was able to dictate like that short comment, rated inside, didn't get asked till upper stretch. The speed in here, I don't know where else it's going to come from. Special Freedom has shown it on occasion, but she has a tendency to break a little slow. She gets in range, she can maybe get by, but I think Green Eyes, the move right back. She caught some really fast horses on the turf last time and was willing to about mid-stretch. She goes to the front. We'll try to control things with the X-Man.
The 7, 12-1 on the line. Some is 9 from Marius Array, Grant Whitaker. They had a winner yesterday. This one will throw in a good race from time to time. 2 back at Delaware, and you go back further. Never a lot of consistency. as far as winning, but always part of the mix. Didn't like the mud here at Laurel in her last start. So I'm going to give her a little shot there also.
She could be the thorn into the side of Green Eyes because she's whistled out of the gate quite a few times and clipped out 45 and change, 46 and a couple ticks. So she's got the right kind of speed to kind of keep Green Eyes honest. That's why I'm saying if there's 2 horse breaks, I think she'll lurk inside and be able to move on into it late.
A 5-2 for both Keith and myself in race number 3. Race 3 also kicks off the Rainbow Pick 6.
Yes.
I'm bad. That was taken down yesterday. No to carry over into today's card. Race 4 starts the late pick 5, and I was a little interested in the late pick 5 today, so I played a late pick 5 ticket as always, 50-cent minimum, 12% takeout on the late pick 5 with some carryover opportunity. Here we go. My late pick 5 ticket, $24 ticket. Race 4, again, moved to the inner turf all along, going a mile and a 16th, about a mile and 16th, mile and 1/8. I spread here. This is the amateur race. I use the 1, the 7, the 8, and the 9. Race 5, I go 4, 9 in that event. Race 6, 5, 7, and 9. The 5, Tauber, my top pick in that spot. Race 7, I use the 3 and the 6, Shofar and Bad to the Bones. And I'm going to single on the 8 in the 8th race. FOMO had a little trouble in his last start, but in pretty good form for McLean Hendricks, who tends to win when he comes around here. So there you have it, $24 ticket on the late pick 5. Race 4 is this maiden event, and it is the amateur race. It is going a mile and a 16th now on the all long. All the turf races have been moved to the inner this afternoon. The course is rated firm. We'll start with the 4, C out for William Meister. Mr. Boucher gets the call. That's a total 139 pounds, but that's what you get in these amateur races. Coming off a race going a mile and 1/8, not a great finish, but a decent figure.
Yeah, I thought the horse moved into a pretty good pace from the outer post. I kind of like the shortening up of distance here to a mile and a 16th, maybe a little bit shorter run. Has enough positional speed. I think might go right to the front. These amateur riders stay out of trouble, right? That's the key. I see Boucher. I think that last name, I think Colonial Downs had some scores with Richard Boucher. Boucher, however you want to pronounce it. But but see out. Third off of a break, has a good back number. I think we just go ahead, try to get to the front and control things.
I have the who do I have on that? I have the 7 on top. Victory Anthem for McLean Hendricks. The blinkers come off. Just beat at the maiden 25 level out of Penn National. A good race the time before, so I'll give that one a little bit of a shot. The 8, Imagine It All, looks tough by the numbers and good results for Michael Merriman, and we'll probably get some more information on these riders as we get closer to this race.
Imagine It All, good race. You know, the last 2 have been just fine.
Yeah. You're
looking at the Buyer 2 back of a 67, but going out from a 5.5 to the mile and a 16th. See if they can save. Eric Taylor can save enough and bring that finish from the quarter pole home. Saigon is a user as well. Will be able to save ground most of the way. He's kind of got that grinding style. Should work in here to pick up a piece. 4-7-1-8 in the 4th for me.
There you go. Pretty similar. 7-9-1-8. Race 5. Before we go to race 5, let's take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
Got it.
We're ready for the start. They're off.
Welcome back to Today at the Races on this Sunday afternoon, our 8-race card. We'll look at race 5. This is a maiden event, fillies and mares. Maiden claiming price $12,500, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. Let's start with a little video we have here on. No, let's go to the 1 first. A little slice of pie. This is your top pick, Dale Capuano. You have a stat on Dale Capuano, and it looks a little bit like this.
Last 3 years on the dirt, Dale's doing pretty well of late. How about this one, though? 6 for 13, 46%, 8 for 13 in the money. Maiden claimers, first off the claim. ROI, a gaudy $5. This filly, this 3-year-old filly, hasn't shown a ton of speed. You know, she's kind of been a mid-pack runner, shortening up, has never been 5.5. They laid her off the claim, hold the level, probably hadn't done a whole lot of work, maybe just kind of let her walk into the race and come out a little fresh. Take a shot. That kind of got me. There is some questionable speed types in here. Maybe the 9 is the speed of the speed. I'm just a little bit mad at her because I had her as a single and needed her to carry a wager. Yeah, I know.
You hold the grudge, it always costs you money.
It's going to come back to get me, right? But Devious, if Devious clears, she should be gone. But I think a little slice of pie, that stat kind of got me going. Lopez picks up the mount. Aviles was named. He's going to opt for the 7, stay there. Maybe at a previous engagement. We'll see. A commitment to the 7. But I'll take a shot here. 111.9. I think Illusion of Hope is another one to factor from the back. But speed's been dangerous here.
It has been.
And
I think it will continue today.
Yeah, and Barbosa, he's been aggressive. He's taking advantage. He knows what to do on this type of racetrack right now. He's getting his position, and he's staying there.
Right. Well, there's two guys, if you're an apprentice rider, and they tell you to go to the front, you do it. One is Dale Capuano, and the other is Claudio Gonzalez. Claudio and J-Ron, they hooked up yesterday, didn't they, with a winner the day before? I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter.
They're doing quite
they're
well.
36% together, so they're hooking up on some of those days. This one's dropping second time with the Claudio Gonzalez, and we saw this move on Friday with America One.
Turf.
Tried it on the turf the first time, put it back on the dirt. And what happened that day? That one just absolutely galloped. So I'm expecting the same thing today from Devious. It's going to be short price, but that's the way it goes. As long as I'm picking winners, that's all I got to do.
That's right.
So pay me for. Let's go to race 6.
Short
5.5
price is
furlongs.
better than a long face. Craig Schoolos used to say, I think.
There you
go.
Race 6, A other than State Bred, 5.5 on the turf. You have the 7 on top. Airport, why not? I like this one a lot. I wanted to kind of go back on my pick, but you pick, you stick. But this horse looks awfully good second off the break for Jamie Ness. We know he excels with these types.
Yeah, reaches. We're going to go get Barbosa second off the claim, showing improved speed. This horse flashed some talent at 3 on the go back as well. Stalker ran into some pretty good horses on the main track. I'll forgive the 2 turf tries. They weren't the greatest of trips. Went back and checked them out. Looking at this race from a flow standpoint, maybe pick a Sea Glass, who was really kind of on the muscle earlier with the blinkers in focus, didn't get asked till about mid-stretch last time to win. But Airport's a different kind of horse that's going to be prompting him to his outside. Big effort from Parks. We've seen the Parks runners come down here. Doesn't matter. They're running well. Take a shot, Airport, but he's going to have to look in the rearview mirror. Horses like Slew Loves Barbados, Tauber as well off the treble trip is going to be running into it.
Yeah, look, Jamie's maybe heating up right now. He won the opener. He won the 10th yesterday.
Yes.
So he might be heating back up here at Laurel Park. I do have the 5 Tauber on top. We have a video of this one from July 15th. Right here, going 5.5 furlongs on the turf.
Yeah, it gets in a little bit of a pickle here, right, Tim? Down to the inside, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6 to the outside. And we see the convergence happens all the time. And if you, I could use a term, but I'm not going to use it right now, but you better do it or get off the pot, right? Yeah, I mean, or you're going to be on in a jackpot. And that's what happened with Karamanos here. Steadied along. Now you're in a pocket just waiting as things go on up top. And it's Premier Choice, right? Timmy Keith kind of pulled the upset this day. He's going to kind of spurt away. And Tauber left with a ton to do from the 3/16 pole home. And looks like he was just going to kind of flatline here about mid-stretch. No, he picks it back up. A really game run through the final 1/8 of a mile to just miss. Gosh.
Now he's going to have to come back with that effort. He ran a lifetime best 82. Now he comes back. In 15, 20 days, I guess, 15, 20 days. It might be a bounce factor there, but he did run pretty well. He really didn't do a lot of running to the last little bit when he got clear. And it's not like he ran all out all the way. The one Sue Loves Barbados, this is my always horse. Always comes with a run. Always runs good figures. Always comes up short, but you always have to include him.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to here. Gets the bug, gets you on Aviles. little even last time. You know, it was kind of bounced around a little bit at the break, caught wide, but he's been able to handle those trips and kind of come with that run. Something just wasn't right. They're still going to hold the level in here. If he comes back to any of these figures, he's hard to leave out of your exactas.
You can't,
and trifectas.
And that's why I say you always have to include him. You know, he's been, and this is a horse that I really liked when he first came around.
Oh, yeah.
This was a horse, and I still like him. He's been, he's been a little.
It's been a little bit of a teaser.
He's
1 for 18, 5 seconds, 5/3.
Yep, there you go. Race 7, A out of Dan. This is featured race of the day, going 1 mile and 1/8 on the main track. We'll start with the 3 Chauffeur for Jamie Ness, J-Ron Barboza. Look, here's another one. 3 for 4 cents coming to the Jamie Ness barn with a lifetime best 2-back.
Exactly, and I think
this I have the 6 on top. This is a Bad to the Bones for Graham Emotion. We have a video of Graham of Bad to the Bones and Awesome Man from their last start on June 10th. And this was an off-the-turf event going 1 mile and 1/8. It was only a 3-horse field, but these two put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah. Opening quarter 51, 3/4 15, and the hammer went down from there, right? They just really picked it up and sprinted home. It looked like those morning workouts. You see the horses come in pairs right past the wire. Big effort for both of them. Flow's going to be a little bit quicker today. Bad to the Bones has another race under its belt. Really relished the off-track. Had something left a little bit there at Delaware. But I think it's Chauffeur's race to lose from right up on the engine.
It looks that way. Again, this is another one, maybe in hindsight, just switch around. But pick your stick unless it's really, really looks bad the second time you look at it. It didn't look that bad. That's a nice race. Race 7 here today at Laurel Park. Race 8 to conclude our card, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Now there's a 2 for 25,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. We'll start with the 7 Gallant George, John Salzman, Georgie Ruiz. Hey, you know, this horse, when I looked at it again, I thought, okay, maybe this is second off of a little bit of a layoff.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a bad race with trouble.
Yeah, we've got that rerun, right?
We got that vid. We're never satisfied. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, with the 3 and the 7, they come out of the same race. Might have been another one in there as well. But we're going to highlight Gallant George just gets in all kinds of trouble. We've got that one highlighted. Steadying coming to the half-mile pole. And then, again, trouble again. So I think –
There we go.
There we go. Thank you. Down to the inside. In a little bit of a jackpot, had to steady and wait. And this horse was full of run, Gallant George. Never satisfied, on the other hand, had to kind of just sit chilly. Down inside around the turn, a patient wait. And then Gallant George comes out again and gets in a little bit of a pickle coming to mid-stretch. There's Never Satisfied, a little steady working out. There's Gallant George. Thank you, guys. Down inside, right there. Whoa, tap the brakes.
These two got a whole bunch of trouble.
Yes. I'm just going to take a shot here. Gallant George at a price, draws towards the outside. I think he's got a little bit more speed than what he showed last time as well. Salzman almost pulled an upset in the nightcap last night. Boy, brutal beat. I ended up going to Gallant Gold with the price at 12-1. That horse ran too good to lose. Sometimes you got to change around when you see that value. I ran to the window, but Gallant George. We got Gallant Gold, Gallant George. Here we go. Gallant George up to the front. Value user. I think the 2 is as well. Going to try turf for the first time. Golden Sense, Tim. Heads or tails. This stallion. Golden Sense 16% with the turf sprinters. Mare was all right. 2 for 6. ran pretty well early. A couple siblings have run fine sprinting on the turf, ran well early. I think heads or tails, this is the right kind of move. Time to try the turf based on the breeding. And I think obviously with Forest Boyce, you know the trip you're going to get. Sit inside, wait, and bring a finish.
That's exactly what you're going to get. I have the 7 FOMO on top is my single in my Rainbow Pick 6. That coming out of that same race, and this one found a little trouble in his last start. Gets Carrasco this afternoon, and that's going to do our 8-race card. Keith, let's move on to who you like and who you like at a price this afternoon.
Who we like. Best bet, Green Eyes is going to be a single, I think. But has got to be able to kind of maybe get clear by mid-turn. I do worry a little bit from that pressure from the outside. You're looking at the horse Whitaker was on, right? Some is 9. I think if X-Man leaves a 3/8 clear, I think he can carry it from there. Little value, we go to the last, right? We talked about Gallant George. You saw the video. Tons of trouble in that race. Moves to a better position from the inside to the outside. A race not loaded with real quality speed. I think you're going to see this horse into the race early and stays around at a price. There you go.
There you have it. Pretty interesting card this afternoon. Why don't we take a few minutes and return to lightning round for this Sunday morning, turned afternoon. Well, we're getting toward the end of the meet, so we thought we'd check in on the standings. We'll start with the jockeys. Javion Toledo, 4 up on Horacio Caramanos, another 4 up on J-Ron Barbosa.
Yeah.
Those top 3. How about Gino Alvello? He's riding well, very
without
well.
the bug, right? Lost the bug not too long ago.
Lost the bug.
Yeah.
But any one of those guys, they're capable of winning 2 or 3 any day. So it could stay pretty competitive all the way to the end. J-Ron Barbosa picked up his first career stake win yesterday. Gene Alvello got his first career stake win last week for Dale Capuano and Just Wave and Smile. Let's go to the trainers. Trainers is Rudy Claudio's 1 up on Rudy right now. My guess is Rudy's going to be trying to get this. Claudio always wants to keep him, but you might want to watch Rudy here late in the meet. He might be taking some edges trying to get a title.
He's been throwing quite a few runners, and if I looked at the stats correctly yesterday, Rudy might have had a one-win lead, I believe. But so they're back and forth in a battle. But Rudy had run like maybe 14 or 15 more, horses. So interesting. Usually Claudio the one with the strength in numbers. Rudy Sanchez Salomon, he's not taking a back seat ananymore when it comes to the numbers.
And he's gonna want a title. He's gonna want a title. Claudio's not going to give anyone anything ever, but Rudy really would probably want a title. Let's talk about yesterday. We're going to start with the searching stakes. Music Amori, she hits the right note getting to the front in the searching for Gerald Brooks.
Absolutely, as we talked about early on the show. Jerry, even there, we weren't sure. We really didn't know, but we knew one thing. We were going to go ahead and send her, and let's see how far she could go. And I thought both of these horses, maybe took advantage a little bit of the track. They separated themselves from the field. There was not much proven dirt form. But Music Amori, I think she's shown. She can handle it, handle the synthetic. His handling a route, a ground, good job by Jerry Brooks and the whole team.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, let's go to the Vance Scholars. Dale Capuano. Capuano schools him in the Bald Eagle. Look, this horse was coming off a layoff from November 21st of last year.
Yeah.
And goes a mile and 3/16. Was a stake off the turf, but still, good-looking effort.
Yeah, took advantage early, and the outside horse, the name's going to escape me, I should remember, for Lynch, kind of broke a little outward.
Undercover Kitty.
Thank you, Undercover Kitty. That horse had to recover, stayed outside. We knew the inside and the speed was a little bit better, but that's all. I mean, Dale, what a training job to get this horse ready to go, mile 3/16. Had run pretty good at 2. I liked the race before the layoff. They had it that day, return. a little more mature, Lasix, everything, the whole combination, it all worked. And then the owner-trainer combo is rolling right now, as you said, with Just Wave and Smile last week.
Yeah, absolutely. They're rolling.
Yep.
Interesting name, Van Scholar, named after a scholarship program. Jim Vance, you remember Jim Vance was part of the news team down in D.C.
Yes.
Down in D.C. So interesting story there.
Yes.
But, yeah, Newbie, Capuano, they're hot right now.
Deadly.
No doubt.
Yeah, good combination. He said he's got something running Monday, I think, at Colonial.
Monday at Colonial.
Yeah, so maybe we have to go dig in the form and see what we've got there.
Exactly. I'm going to be at Saratoga come Monday.
They've got windows up there, though, right? If you
yeah,
need
there's
to go
a window
visit.
right outside the back door of my Jillian's parents' house that overlooks a pool and a lake.
And that's
That'll
where you'll
be the window.
positioned.
That's going to be the window I'm going to be at come Monday.
I guess that's going to be your first bet then account here on the phone.
Jimmy Buffett's first hit come Monday.
There it
Was
is.
that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. There we go. That's
All
going to
right.
do it for us. Dave Rodman is up next with Scratches and Changes.
All right, good luck.